A Murfreesboro Community Theater turns to a Christmas classic and it hopes it can recreate its storyline in real life. The Center for the Arts is holding productions of It's a Wonderful Life this weekend and next. Much like the character of Uncle Billy, theater needs $8,000 and it's asking people in the audience during the play for help.
As you know, the Center for the Arts is in a building that's 100 years old, and things do happen with the building, so we're trying to just upgrade the sound system, and we thought it would be a great opportunity, since my character Uncle Billy loses $8,000 in It's a Wonderful Life. We thought we could then raise $8,000 for the Center for the Arts.
Let's hope they do it. The theater says if you can't make the shows, you can also donate to the theater's Uncle Billy Fund to help out. Performances, by the way, run Friday and Saturday at 7 and Sunday at 2 o'clock. It's a matinee. Next Sunday is the last show.
Joseph, Jesus, and Mary, help my friend George Bailey.
Please, God, help George Bailey.
Help my son George tonight.
He never thinks about himself, Lord. That's why he's in trouble.
George is a good guy. Give him a break, God.
I love him so much, dear Lord. Please watch over him tonight.
Please, God, there's something the matter with George.
Please bring Daddy back.
I owe everything to George Bailey. Please help him, God.
Jesus, Joseph, and Mary, help my friend Mr. Bailey.
Please, God, help George Bailey.
Help my son George tonight.
He thinks about himself, Lord. That's why he's in
Bailey,
trouble.
God. Please help him.
Joseph, Jesus, and Mary, help my friend Mr. Bailey.
Please, God, help George Bailey.
Help my son George
Please
tonight.
bring Daddy back.
George Bailey.
George Bailey.
George Bailey. George Bailey.
George Bailey.
I wouldn't do it if I were you.
I wouldn't do what?
What you were thinking of doing.
Well, how do you know what I was thinking of doing?
We make it our business to know lots of things.
Okay, look, whatever you're selling, I'm not interested. Please just leave me alone.
Oh, no, you don't understand. See, I've got a job to do here.
No, I said leave me alone.
This isn't going very well. You said this would be easy. But he won't listen in. I know. If at first you don't succeed, you try. Have you ever read Tom Sawyer?
What?
Now there was an industrious young man, and when the chips were down, he never gave up. Do you remember why?
No, who cares?
Because he kept caring about other people, George. Not about himself, but about all the folks who needed him.
Hey, you just called me George. How do you know my name?
Oh, I know everything about you. I've watched you grow up from a little boy.
Well, how could you? I've never seen you before.
You haven't needed me till now. How's the lip? Looks like it stopped bleeding.
Yeah, this is an answer to a prayer I got a little while ago.
No, George. I'm the answer to your prayer.
Well, now look, who are you?
Clarence Oddbody, AS2.
Oddbody. AS2. What's that AS2?
Angel second class.
Okay, well now I know I've lost my mind.
Not yet, but you were well on your way. That's why they sent me down here. Besides, it's ridiculous to think of killing yourself for a measly $8,000.
Hey, how did you know that?
I know everything about you, George. I'm your guardian angel.
Well, yeah. You look like the kind of angel I can't give you that much. Sort of a fallen angel, huh? What happened to your wings?
I haven't won them yet. That's why I'm an angel second class, but you are going to change all of that.
Well, how?
By letting me help you.
Okay, well, the only way you can help me is to give me $8,000 before the clock strikes 12.
Sorry, but we don't use money in heaven.
Oh, that's right, I keep forgetting. Well, down here you can't live without it, and truthfully known, I'm worth more dead than I am alive.
Now look, you mustn't talk like that. With that attitude, I'll never get my wings. Besides, you don't realize Why, if it wasn't for you...
Oh, yeah, if it wasn't for me, everybody I know would be a lot better off. Everybody, see, like my wife, my kids, my friends.
You sure do have a lot of friends, I'll give you that. Why, did you know that they've jammed up our airways for over an hour now?
Well, what are you talking about?
Prayers. When they're heartfelt, they're mighty powerful missiles. And the ones for you? Why, they lit up our entire celestial system.
Prayers? For me, why?
Because you're such an important influence on so many lives. Just like Tom Sawyer.
Oh, yes. Since when?
Ever since that day you saved your little brother from falling through the ice.
Oh, that was instinct. Besides, I was only 12.
But there were other boys there that day. And some of them were older and better swimmers, but they didn't nod to their instincts. Only you did that.
Oh, yeah, but he was my brother.
Okay, but what about when you saved Mr. Gower from ruin? That wasn't instinct. That was courage.
Oh, Mr. Gower. Oh. You know, he just received a telegram saying that his son had just died.
And he had turned beings through and through from drowning his sorrows in a bottle. Remember?
George! George!
Mrs. Blaine, I'm sorry. You should have been there an hour ago with the medicine. I'll send it now. Oh, it'll be there in 5 minutes. I promise. Yes, I'm sorry. Thank you. Bye. George! George! Here you are. Why haven't you delivered Mrs. Blaine's box of capsules?
I couldn't.
Why couldn't you do it? The Blaine boy's very sick! You're supposed to be a lazy loafer! What have you been doing?
Mr. Gower, I don't know what you're doing. You put something bad in those capsules. Look, I know you're not. You got that telegram today to say you. I understand that, but you put something bad in those capsules. Look, I tried to tell you to feel like the war, but you wouldn't listen. But look the body took the path from. It's not right. I swear it isn't.
What? Oh, George,
Don't hurt my ear again. Mr. Gower, I won't tell anyone, I promise. I'll never tell a soul. Hope to die I won't.
And you never did. Not to this day. That's remarkable.
Oh, you know, Mr. Gower, he always cared about young people. You know, he gave lots of us our first jobs.
Well, he never stopped caring about you, that's for sure. Why? Do you remember that handsome suitcase he bought for you when you finally thought you were heading for college?
Oh, yeah, that was 1,000 years ago.
Well, George, may you always use this in good health.
Now how can I ever repay you, Mr. Gower?
By graduating with honors, you'll do all of us very proud.
Oh.
Fat chance.
Oh, lay you a bet, little brother.
Haven't got time, I'm off to my dance. How do I look?
Oh, like a goon in a penguin suit. Where's the funeral?
That's enough, you two. I think you look very handsome, Mary.
I should, it's his tux. What's your verdict, Chantilly? Do I look good enough to eat?
Young man, you lay one hand on me and I'll hit you with my purse.
Chantilly, I'm in love with you and that's a full amount tonight. Hey, Mom, I gotta borrow the car. I gotta take some plates and stuff over.
Oh, that's China? That's my son,
I'm head of the
China.
Kids Committee and we're short a couple dozen
That's your
plates.
grandmother had that. No, you're not listening to me.
You know we're all going to miss you, Georgie.
Oh, well, thank you, Violet.
Say, that's some dress you got on there, Vi.
This old thing, it's just a hand-me-down like Harry's.
Well, it sure is pretty. Oh, isn't it, George?
What? Oh, yeah, the dress. That's real nice, Violet.
Well, I better be going. Dance starts in another half hour. Maybe you should stop by later on.
Wow, I just might do that.
Well, I hope you do. Bye now.
Bye, Violet.
Need her any walk up at school, Bible?
That won't be necessary. Good night, George.
Oh, good night, Violet.
Come on, there you go, Joe.
See you around, George. Say, Uncle Billy, where's Pop?
Had to finish up a special report for Pop. The board meeting's tomorrow.
You know, I thought when Pop put him on the board of directors, he'd ease up on us. Say, what's eating that old money-grubbing buzzard these days anyway?
Oh, he's a sick man, George. Sick in his mind and sick in his soul, if he had one. He hates anybody who has anything he can't have. Hates us mostly, I'm afraid.
Say, George, you wouldn't consider coming back to the building and loan after you graduate, would you?
Oh, no, not me, Uncle Billy. You know, I couldn't face being cooped up in that shabby little office for the rest of my life, you know. Just the thought of spending the rest of my life trying to save 3 cents on a length of pipe. I want to do something big, you know, something important.
You know, George, in a small way, your dad and I feel like we're doing something important. It's deep in the soul of a man to want his own roof and walls and a fireplace to sit beside at night. We like to think that we're giving him those things.
Now, Billy, you know this town is no place for any man unless he's willing to go crawling to Potter. Now, George, you've got talent. Real talent. We all know that. You go on and get yourself an education and then get on out of this town if you must.
Have you any idea what you want to do, George?
Oh, yeah, Uncle Billy. Yeah, I want to build things, you know, like some skyscrapers, maybe even cities, you know. That's been a dream my whole life.
Still after the first million before you're 30.
Oh, no. I'd settle for half that in cash.
Well, your Aunt Tilly and I sure are going to miss you, George.
You know, I'm going to miss the both of you two, that's for certain. I think I'm going to head over to Harry's dance and drop in on.
You have a good time, son.
And you did too. That was the night we met Mary Hatch.
Oh, Mary, I've always known Mary. You know, she was just a couple of years behind me in school.
And she was always somewhere in the background tagging along. That is until one of you boys sent her home. Never stopped her though. Or any of the girls either. They all had their eyes hooked on you. Especially Violet and Mary. You just never took the bait till that night you went to Harry's dance.
Yeah. That was the night we danced in Charleston the whole night. Somebody kicked the lock on the moving gym floor, and everybody fell into the swimming pool below.
Fell? Or jumped?
Buffalo gals, won't you come out tonight? Won't you come out tonight? Won't you come out tonight? Buffalo gals, won't you come out tonight? And dance by the light of the moon.
Just like a church choir.
Just like a church choir.
Beautiful.
Oh, you should have seen the commotion in that locker room. You know, I had to knock down at least 3 people to get this stuff we're wearing. You know, I got over half your class jumped in that swimming pool.
Half the town said it wasn't a good idea to build a gym floor over a swimming pool. I wonder who turned that key.
Oh, you know, probably somebody jealous that you chose me to dance with you.
I think maybe.
Oh, here, let me hold that wet dress of yours. Wow, how long?
Hello? You look at me as if you don't know me.
Well, I don't.
You've passed me on the street almost every day.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. That was a little girl named Mary Hatch. That wasn't you.
Well, do I look as silly as you do?
Oh. Yeah, I guess I'm not really the football type, huh? You. Wow, you look wonderful. You know, if it weren't for me talking, I'd say you're the prettiest girl in town.
Well, why don't you say it?
I don't know. Maybe I will. Say, how old are you anyway?
You can't ask that.
Well, I am.
18.
18? I was only last year you were 17.
Too young or too old?
Oh, no, just right. If your age fits you, yes, sir. You know, you look a little older without your clothes on.
Sure.
You know what I mean. Without the dress on, you know. I mean, you look older, but, well, you know, younger.
Sir,
Oh.
my train, please.
Pox upon me for a clumsy lout. Your caboose, my lady.
You may kiss my hand.
Mary?
As I was lumbering down the street, down.
Okay, then I'll throw a rock at the old Granville house.
Oh, no, George, don't. I love that old place.
Oh, no. You see, you make a wish and you throw a rock and you try to break some glass out. You gotta be a pretty good shot these days, too, with so many windows broken out.
George, don't. It's full of romance. I'd like to live in it one day.
That old place?
Mm-hmm.
Well, live in that as a ghost. Now, watch right up there on the 2nd floor there.
What'd you wish for, George?
Oh, not one wish. No, a whole hat full, Mary. You see, I know what I'm going to do tomorrow and the next day and the next year and the year after that. Well, I'm shaking the dust of this crummy little town off my feet and I'm going out to see the world, Italy, Greece, the Parthenon, France. Well, then I'm going to go to college and I'm going to see what they know. And then I'm going to build things, Mary. I'm going to build airfields and skyscrapers 100 stories tall, bridges a mile long. And you going to throw a rock? Say, that's pretty good. What'd you wish for, Mary?
Buffalo gals, won't you come out tonight? Won't you come out tonight? Won't you come out tonight? Buffalo gals,
Won't you come out tonight and dance by the light of the moon? What did you wish for when you threw that rock?
No.
Oh, come on, tell me.
If I told you, it wouldn't come true.
What is it you want, Mary? What do you want? You want the moon? Just say the word, I'll throw a lasso around it and pull it down. Say, that's a pretty good idea. I'll give you the moon, Mary.
I'll take it. Then what?
I don't know, you could swallow it and it all dissolves, see, and then the moonbeams shoot out the ends of your fingers and your toes and the ends of your hair. Say, am I talking too much?
Yes, you are.
Who's that? Why don't you kiss her instead of talking to her to death? What?
You wasted on the wrong people, Ernie.
Tell it me.
Just wasted.
Whoa, hold on, Ernie Bird, you come back out here. I'll show you some kissing that'll turn your head around.
George, come quick. Your father's had a stroke. Come on.
Oh, listen, Mary, I gotta go.
The death of Peter Bailey was a huge loss for Bedford Falls. Your father had a way of inspiring trust, friendship, and he always found a way to keep on giving.
Yeah. You know, with Pop, he gave until it killed him.
Don't begrudge your father's nature, George. You loved your father, and so did everyone in this town.
Yeah, I know. I just wish I
know, George. I know.
Well, it's nice of you to come out, Mr. Potter.
Well, George, I'd say your father was the building and loan to Bedford Falls.
I agree, Mr. Potter.
Of course, he was no businessman, and that's what killed him. I don't mean any disrespect, George, God rest his soul. He was a man of high ideals, so-called. But ideals without common sense will ruin this town. Now, that's why at our next Board of Trustees meeting, I intend to make a motion.
A motion?
That's right, a motion to dissolve this institution and turn over its assets and liabilities to the receivership.
No, Mr. Potter, you
Now,
can't.
take this loan application here from Ernie Bishop. You know, the mailman, walks around town, he's always late because he's talking to everybody. I happen to know the bank turned down this loan, yet he comes here and we're building him a house worth $5,000. Why?
Well, I can handle that, Mr. Potter. You know, you have all his paperwork there, his income, his salary, his insurance, and, well, you know, I can personally vouch for his character.
Oh, he's a friend of yours.
Yes, sir.
So you shoot pool with the manager's son and you get a loan. What does that get us? A lazy, discontented rabble instead of a thrifty working class, and all because a few starry-eyed dreamers like your father stir them up and fill their heads with a bunch of impossible ideas.
You wait right there, Mr. Potter. You know, you're right when you say my father was no businessman. I know that. Why he ever started this cheap penny-ante building alone, I'll never know. But neither you nor anyone else can ever say anything against his character. Why, you know, his whole life. You know, in the 25 years since he and Uncle Billy started this institution, he never once thought of himself or saved any money. You know, but he did help a few people get out of your slums, Mr. Potter. And what's so wrong with that, huh? Just remember this rabble that you're talking about. They do most of the paying and working and the living and dying in this community. It's too much to have them work and pay and live and die in a couple of decent rooms and a bath. You know, my father didn't think so, but in my book, he died a much richer man than you'll ever be.
I'm not interested in your book, young man. I'm talking about the
I know very well what you're talking about, Mr. Potter. You're talking about something you can't get your fingers on and it's gone. That's what you're talking about. Well, thank you for stopping by, Mr. Potter. I'll see you at the meeting.
Oh, but you're not on the board.
I hold my father's proxy. So I can attend, I can cast a vote. You know, the way I see it, Mr. Potter, this town needs our family's one-horse institution. If only to have a place where they can go without having to crawl to you.
Get me out of here. Sentimental hogwash. I intend to make my motion, young man, and we'll see who has the power in this town.
But you spoke eloquently at the board meeting and they voted Potter down. Remember?
Oh, yeah. But I came on one condition: I had the bank loan.
That you take your father's place. And you did. And you gave all your money to Harry and you sent him to college.
Yeah, and Harry became a football star. He's a second-team All-American.
And you got 4 years older.
That's for nothing.
Hello, Ma.
What you doing, George? Wishing on the moon?
Oh, no, I'm giving up on that. You know, just trying to get some fresh air.
Did you know Mary Hatch was back from school?
Uh-huh.
Came back 3 days ago.
Uh-huh.
Nice girl, Mary. Kind of girl that can help you find the answers, George.
Uh-huh.
Can you just give me one good reason why you shouldn't call on Mary?
Sure, Sam Wainwright.
Oh,
yeah, Sam's crazy about Mary.
Well, she's not crazy about it.
Yeah, how do you know? She discussed it with you?
Well, no, but
How do you know then?
I've got eyes, haven't I? And she lights up like a firefly whenever you're around.
Oh.
And besides, Sam Wainwright's in New York, and you're in Bedford Falls.
Ah. So all's fair in love and war, huh?
Well, I don't know about war.
You know, Mother, I can see right through you all the way to your back column. Trying to get rid of me, huh?
Uh-huh.
Wow, here's your hat. What's your hurry? All right, Mother, old building alone, pal. Mwah. Think I'm going to go out and find a girl and do a little passionate necking.
Oh, George.
All right, now if you can only point me to the right direction. That direction. Now, good night, Mrs. Bailey.
Good night, George.
Hello, Georgie Porgy.
Oh, wow. Hello, Violet. How's business down at the old-fashioned permanent wave shop?
Not a tidal wave yet, but I've got some city mothers coming in, thanks to you. What gives?
Oh, nothing.
Well, where are you going?
I'll probably end up down at the old library.
Oh, Georgie, don't you ever get tired of this? Reading about things?
Yes! Yes, I do. Say, what are you doing tonight?
Not a thing.
Well, are you game? Let's make a night of it, Violet.
Oh, Georgie, I love it. What do we do?
Well, we'll go out in the field, take our shoes off, and walk through the grass.
Huh?
And then we'll go up to Mount Bedford and watch the falls and then smell the pines and watch the sunrise fall over the peaks. And we'll stay up there the whole night. The whole town will be talking about it. It'll be a terrific scandal.
George, have you gone crazy? You want me to walk in the grass in my bare feet? Climb to the top of Mount Bedford? Who would want to climb to the top of Mount Bedford? It's got to be a 10-mile hike at least.
Just forget the whole thing. It was just a crazy idea.
Well, I'll say. Good night, George.
Well, there you are.
Oh, well, hello, Mary. I was just out for a walk and happened to be passing through.
So I noticed. Have you made up your mind?
How that?
Have you made up your mind?
About what?
Paying a visit? Your mother called and said you were on your way over.
I'm tell anybody anything. I just happened to be out for a walk.
Well, do you want to come up on the porch for a minute?
Well, maybe for a minute, but I didn't tell anybody I was coming over here. So, when'd you get back?
Tuesday?
Where'd you get that dress?
Do you like it?
Well, it's all right. I thought you would have went to New York with Sam, Ninja, and the rest of them.
Well, I worked there a few vacations, but I don't know, I guess I just got homesick.
Homesick? For Bedford Falls?
For Bedford Falls and my family and everything. Say, do you want to come in for a minute?
I know. Maybe for a minute, but I didn't tell anybody I was coming over here.
Would you rather leave?
No. I mean, I don't want to be rude.
Then come on in. Buffalo gals, won't you come out?
Mary! Who's down there with you?
It's George Bailey, Mother.
George Bailey? What does he want?
I don't know. What do you want?
Me? Not a thing. I just came in to get warm.
He's making violent love to me, Mother.
What? You can't have your dog home right now. And don't you leave this house either. Sam Wainwright promised to call tonight from New York. There he is now. Good night, George.
Yeah, I better be on my way.
No, George, please.
There he is. Answer the phone.
Hello? Hi, Sam. Say, you'll never guess who's over here. It's George Bailey. George, Sam wants to talk to you.
Me?
Hurry, it's long distance.
Hello? Sam?
Well, George Bailey Osty. Hey, a fine pal you are. What are you trying to do, steal my girl?
What do you mean? Nobody's trying to steal your girl. Here's Mary.
Now, wait a minute. I want to talk to both of you. Tell Mary to get on the extension.
I want you to get on the extension.
Mother's on the extension. Here. Now we can both hear. Go ahead, Sam.
Now, I got this big business deal coming up that's going to make us all rich. George, do you remember that night in Martini's bar? You told me you'd read someplace about making plastics out of soybeans?
Yeah, soybeans, sure.
Well, Dad snapped up the idea. He's going to build a factory outside of Rochester, and here's the point. Mary, you're in on this too. George, have you got any money?
Money, yeah, a little.
Here's what you do, George. Listen up. I want you to invest every cent you got into our stocks, you hear? And I may have a job for you. That is, unless you're still married to that broken down building and loan. This is the biggest thing since radio, and I'm letting you in on the ground floor. Mary.
I'm here, Sam.
Mary, will you tell that guy that I'm giving him the chance of a lifetime? The chance of a lifetime!
He says it's the chance of a lifetime.
Now you listen to me. I don't want any plastics or ground floors, and I don't want to get married ever to anyone. You understand me? I want to do what I want to do, and you're... Oh, Mary.
George, she was the one. Why, that girl's loved you ever since the first day she met you at grammar school. I know it was a disappointment to send Harry off to college with the money you had earned, but Mary more than made up for it, don't you think? And the wedding? The wedding was beautiful, really beautiful, and the honeymoon would have been beautiful too.
Oh, looky there, champagne.
Thank you, Ernie.
Hey, by the way, where are you two going on this here now honeymoon? Oh, where are we going, Ernie? Here, looky here. Now, here's a kitty. Here, count it for me, Mary.
I feel like a bootlegger's wife. Look at this.
You know where we're going, Ernie? We're going to shoot the works. We're going to spend a week in New York, a whole week in Bermuda, the highest hotels, richest caviar, the oldest champagne, the hottest music, and the prettiest wife.
That does it. Then what?
Then what, honey?
After that, who cares?
Come here.
I hate to break anything up, but there's something funny going on down at the bank. I've never seen one before, but it's got all the earmarks of being a run.
Oh my gosh!
Who's got any money in the bank? Better hurry.
Listen, Mary, I'll be right back, okay?
George, please.
Stay here, dear. Only be a minute, okay? Billy, what's the meaning of all this? A holiday?
It's what you call a pickle, George, a real pickle.
What happened? How did it all start?
How does anything like this ever start? The bank called our loan.
When?
About an hour ago. I had to hand over all of our cash.
All of it?
Every cent. And it's still less than we owe.
Holy mackerel.
The whole town's gone crazy.
Hello, George.
Wow. Mr. Potter. So what do we owe this unexpected visit?
George, there's a rumor going around town you're closing your doors early. Is that so?
No, not for another 10 minutes. That's our regular closing time.
Oh, I'm awfully glad to hear that, George. George, are you all right? Do you need the police?
Police? What for?
Well, mobs can get quite ugly sometimes.
Oh, no. I can assure you that all of our customers are very polite.
Well, I'm awfully glad to hear that, George. I am going all out in this time of crisis to help. I have secured sufficient funds for the bank to operate. They will close for a week and then reopen.
Oh, you've taken over the bank?
I may lose a fortune, George, but I'm willing to guarantee your people too. Just bring your shares down to the bank and I'll pay you 50 cents on the dollar.
Oh, no. That won't be necessary. It won't be necessary. We'll take care of our customers right here.
Okay, George.
If you close your doors before 6 p.m. tonight, you will never reopen.
You never miss a trick, do you, Potter? Well, you're gonna miss this one.
Get out of here. Remember, 50 cents on the dollar.
Oh, no. George.
All right. Now, calm down, folks. Calm down. Now, listen, you heard Mr. Potter. The bank will reopen in another week, okay?
But I've got my money here, George, and I'll take it now.
Oh, no, now, Miss Andrews, now you're looking at this thing all wrong. Because if I've got the money back there in the safe, now listen, now your money's not here, okay? Your money's in the Macklin's house and the Kennedy's house and the Grandy's house and 100 others next to yours. Well, see, you're lending them money to build, and they're going to pay it back to you the best they can. Now what are you going to do? Foreclose on them?
I've got $242 in here, George Bailey, and $242 isn't going to break anybody.
All right. Wait. All right, Miss Andrews, I'll tell you what, you sign right here, you'll get your money in 60 days.
60 days?
Oh, no, that's what you agreed to when you bought your shares. Now, please, Miss Andrews, stick to your original agreement, give us 60 days on this one, all right?
Are you going to go to Potter's?
Better to get half than nothing.
That's right.
Come on.
Now, Miss Andrews, Miss Thompson, now, please, listen to me. Now, if Mr. Potter gets a hold of this building and loan, there'll never be another decent house built in this town. Now, he's already got charge of the banks, the department stores, the bus lines, and now he's after us. Why? No. We're cutting in on his business, that's why, because he wants to keep you living in his slums, paying the kind of rent that he decides. Now listen, folks, we can get through this thing, but we got to stick together, all right? We've got to have faith in each other.
My husband hasn't worked in a year, and I need money.
How am I going to pay the bills to the bank?
We have doctor bills to pay.
George, I need cash.
George, wait. How much do you need?
Oh, hey, that's right. Hey, we got $2,000 right here. The bank reopens. All right. I know now, Miss Andrews. All right, Miss Andrews, how much do you want?
$242.
Oh, now, Miss Andrews, now just enough to tide you over till the bank reopens. What do you need?
$242.
Well, all right, Miss Andrews. There you are.
And that will close my account.
Oh, no. Your account's still here. Now, that's a loan, okay?
Okay.
All right, Ernie. Well, I've got $300 here, George. Oh, Ernie, just enough to tide you over till the bank reopens. How much do you need?
I suppose 20?
$20. Now you're talking, There you are, Ernie. Thank you, Ernie, thank you. All right, Miss Thompson?
But George, that's your money.
Oh, no, you never mind about that. How much do you want?
I can get along with 20, all right.
$20, all right.
And I'll sign a paper.
Oh, no, you don't have to sign anything. No, you'll pay it back. I know you will when you can, all right?
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Miss Martini.
Can we get $17.50, please?
Wow, pleasure, hard push it. $17.50. All right, Uncle Billy, you got 50 cents. Here, I tell you what, you take over and have Miss Martini. Wow. Hello, Mrs. Bailey.
Hello, Mr. Bailey. How's business?
Oh, booming.
Well, at least you have a place to come home to. Most of the windows are broken out and the roof leaks in a place or two, but the structure's sound and there isn't a crack in the foundation.
What are you talking about?
32 Sycamore.
32 Sycamore. That's the old brand.
Remember the night we broke up those windows, George? That's what I wished for, and I've been saving ever since. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. We've only been married an hour.
1 hour, 40 minutes, and 20 some odd seconds. Soon enough to celebrate, I'd say.
Oh, darling, you are wonderful.
3, 2, 1. Bingo! We made it! Still got $2
Hot dog! Pop the champagne! I'd say we're a couple of financial wizards.
Those Rockefellers!
Oh, now, make way for these great, big, important Samoans.
We'll save them for seeing.
Now, here's the Mama Dollar and Papa Dollar. And if you want the old building and loan to stay in business, you better have a family real quick. Mwah!
Oh, you know what? I wish they were rabbits.
That's great, Aunt Tilly. You hear that, Uncle Billy? Rabbits!
Here's to the rabbits.
Here's to the rabbits! Rabbits!
Bread, so that you may never know hunger. And salt, that life may always be full of flavor.
And wine, so that joy and prosperity may reign forever. Enter the Martini Castle.
You can't dismiss this Bailey Park anymore, Mr. Potter. It's cutting deeper and deeper into your rental profits.
The Bailey family's been a boil on my neck long enough.
Mr. Bailey has just arrived, sir.
Good. Tell him to wait. Go on.
Well, as you already know, he's built up this whole subdivision out by the cemetery. Dozens and dozens of the neatest little homes you ever saw. I'm thinking seriously about purchasing one myself.
Oh, you wouldn't dare.
Point is, Mr. Potter, 90% of these residents used to pay rent to you. Now, if I were you, Mr. Potter...
And you are not me.
Very well. As I say, I'm just a lowly bank examiner. But if you're not careful, Mr. Potter, one of these days...
I do not have time for idle chit-chat, Mr. Carter. Good day. Cut into my revenue, will you? I'll show you a trick or two, George. Really?
Yes, sir.
Send Bailey in.
Right away, sir. Mr. Bailey, Mr. Potter will see you.
Thank you.
Good morning, George. How are you? It's so good to see you.
Mr. Potter?
Please have a seat.
I must say, this is quite an unusual request.
What's that?
You calling to ask me to pay you a visit.
I don't see anything unusual about it at all. George, it's about time we got better acquainted. Here, have a cigar.
Thank you. Wow, that's quite a cigar.
You like it? I'll send you a box.
Well, yeah, I suppose I'll find out sooner or later, but just what did you want to see me about?
George, that's one of the things I like about you. I'm an old man, and most people hate me. Well, I don't like them either, so that makes us even. You know, I run just about everything in this town, except the Bailey Building and Loan. You know, I've been trying to control it or kill it. I haven't been able to. You have been stopping me, George. In fact, You have beaten me. And as anyone in this county can tell you, that takes some doing. Now, take during the Depression. You and I were the only two who kept our heads. You saved the Bailey building alone, and I saved everything else.
Well, you know, most people would say you stole everything else.
The envious ones would say that, George. The suckers. Now, I have stated my case rather plainly. Let's look at yours. Young man, 27, 28, married, making, say, 40 a week.
45.
45. 45, out of which after you provide for your wife and your mother and you pay your bills, you're able to save 10 if you skim. Child of two comes along, you won't save the 10. Now, if this were a common, ordinary yokel of 28, I'd say he was doing just fine. But George Bailey is no common, ordinary yokel. He's a smart, intelligent, ambitious young man who hates his job, who hates the building alone almost as much as I do. A young man's had to watch his friends go places, and he's sitting around here because he's trapped. Yes, sir, trapped. Frittering his life away, playing nursemaid to a bunch of garlic eaters. Now, do I paint a correct picture, or do I exaggerate?
What's your point, Mr. Potter?
My point is I want to hire you.
Hire me?
I want you to manage my affairs, run my properties. George, I'll start you out at $20,000 a year.
$20,000 a year?
You wouldn't mind having the nicest house in town, George, would you? Buying your wife a bunch of fancy clothes, taking a couple of business trips once in a while to New York, maybe even Europe. You wouldn't mind that, George, would you?
Oh, would I? Say, you're not talking to somebody else around here, are you? You remember this is me, George Bailey.
George Bailey, whose ship has finally come in, provided he has the brains to climb on board.
What about the building and loan?
How about it, young man? Are you afraid of success or what? I am offering you a 3-year contract at $20,000 a year. Is it a deal or is it?
Well, you know, I know I ought to, jump at the chance, Mr. Potter, but I just wonder, if I could possibly have, 24 hours just to think it over, and...
Sure, George. You go home and talk about it. I'll draw up the papers.
All right, sir.
Okay, George?
Okay, Mr. Potter. No. I don't have to go to anywhere and I don't have to talk to anybody. I know the answer is no. Doggone it. You sit around here and you spin your little webs and you think the whole world revolves around you and your money. Well, it doesn't, Mr. Potter. I say in the whole vast configuration of things, you're nothing but a scurvy little spider. That goes for you, too.
You sure had a lot on your plate, George. You could have easily taken that job with Potter.
Yeah, well, maybe I should have. Maybe I wouldn't be in this mess.
George, don't you see what you did when you stood up to Potter like that? If you had taken that job, you would have been a different kind of man, and not the kind of man you want to be either.
I don't know. I kind of find that hard to believe.
George, not even hours after your talk with Potter, your life changed forever. Mary told you she was pregnant. Remember?
Hi.
Hey, rough day? Buffalo gals, won't you come out tonight? Won't you come out tonight? Won't you come out tonight? Buffalo gals, won't you come out tonight?
Mary Hatch, why'd you ever marry a guy like me?
To keep from being an old maid.
Yeah, she's gonna have Sam Wainwright or anyone else in town.
I didn't want anybody else in town. I wanted my baby to look like you.
Yeah, she didn't get a honeymoon, I promise you that. Wait, you're what?
My baby?
Mary, are you on the nest?
In a matter of speaking?
Well, what is it, a boy or a girl?
You were on top of the world then, George Bailey. Couldn't have been happier.
Yeah. Oh, but that was nearly 10 years ago. We've been through a war since then.
Yes, but Mary's given birth to not one, but 4 beautiful children. And Harry's been given the Congressional Medal of Honor. President decorates Harry Bailey.
That was the headline in today's paper.
That's right. Morning before Christmas, about 10 a.m. That's when it all started, wasn't it? You were on your way to buy a Christmas wreath, and Uncle Billy was on his way to the bank.
Extra, extra, read all about it. Local boy wins Congressional Medal of Honor. Harry Bailey, soon to be decorated by President.
You boy, bring me that. Those Bailey boys again.
Well, good morning, Mr. Potter. What's the news? Harry Bailey wins Congressional Medal of Honor. That could be one of those Bailey boys, could it, Mr. Potter? You just can't keep those Bailey boys down.
Oh, what does Slacker George have to say about that?
Very jealous, very jealous. In fact, he only lost 3 buttons off his vest. Of course, if Slacker George had been over there, he would have won 2 of those medals himself.
Yeah, I know. Bad ear.
Yeah, you know, Mr. Potter, not every heel is in Germany and Japan.
Give me that newspaper. Go buy your own if you want to drool over it. Hey. Get me to the bank. Hurry.
Carter, Merry Christmas,
Yeah,
Mr. Carter.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, I tell you, we're all excited around here. My brother just got the Congressional Medal of Honor. The President just decorated him.
Well, I guess they do those kind of things. I trust you had a good year?
Good year? Wow, between me and you, Mr. Carter, we are broke.
Very funny.
Wow, okay, well, if you'll just step right in here.
No, I shouldn't wonder. Okay, and reverse charges on personal long-distance calls?
George, do you want me to hang up?
Oh, no, he wants to talk to Uncle Billy. Stay on the line with him for a minute, okay?
If you'll cooperate, I'd like to finish with you tonight. I'd like to spend Christmas in Elmira with my family.
I don't blame you at all, Mr. Carter. Now, if you'll stay right here, Uncle Billy will have all the paperwork for you, all right?
Oh, Billy, hurry, it's long distance, Washington.
Not now, I can't talk now.
But it's your nephew Harry, remember? Harry, honey, here, talk to your Uncle Billy for a minute.
Hello? Hello? Yes, Harry. Everything's fine.
Mr. Bailey.
Huh? What? Oh, yes?
Oh, another Mr. Bailey. Well, you'll do just fine. Possibly even better. Can I see you in here for a minute? I have some questions.
Oh, dear. Yes, of course, I'll be right there. Dear. Where's George?
He's in his office with Violet Peterson.
I need to see him as soon as he gets out.
Character, George. George, if I didn't need character.
Oh, no. It takes a lot of character to leave your hometown and start over new. Now,
George, I don't have to do that.
oh, you're broke, aren't you?
Well, I know.
Well, what do you want to do? You want to hawk your furs and have hats? What, do you want to walk to New York? You know, they charge for rent and meals up there the same as they do right here in Bedford Falls.
Yeah.
All right. Now, that's a loan. You know, that's my business, building and loan. Ah, besides, you know, you'll find a job, Violet. Good luck to you.
I'm so glad that I know you, George.
Wow, you want to say hello to New York for us?
Sure I will.
Yeah, let us hear from you. Violet, what's the matter? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, George.
There seems to be a problem here, Mr. Bailey.
Yeah, a problem? What sort of problem?
Oh, George. Can I see you for a second? Alone?
Sure, really? Oh, what is it?
Oh, George.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. Was that your bad ear?
No.
Then you did hear me.
Yeah, I'm afraid so. How much? That much? Oh, did you buy anything?
No, not even a stick of gum.
Well, did you have the money with you?
Oh, I was counting it. I think.
You think? Now listen, Uncle Billy, we gotta find that money.
I'm no good to you, George.
Oh, now, listen to me. Do you have a secret hiding place, someplace you could have hid the money?
No, nothing like that.
Now listen to me. Think.
I have been thinking, George. It hurts.
Now listen to me. Now where did you put that money, you stupid, silly old fool? Where's the money? You realize what this means? It means bankruptcy and scandal and prison. That's what it means.
No.
Yes, it means one of us is going to jail. Well, it's not going to be me. What wreath?
The Christmas wreath for the window.
No, I left it at the office.
Is it snowing?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just started.
George, what's wrong?
Oh, nothing's wrong. Everything's all right.
Isn't it wonderful about Harry George? We're famous. I bet I had 50 calls today about the banquet and the parade. And your mother, she's just...
Must she keep playing that?
I have to practice for the party tonight, Daddy. Mommy says we're going to stay up till midnight and sing Christmas carols. We would stay up too, Daddy. Daddy, the brown fixed our new car. We should see it.
Yeah, well, what's the matter with our car? Is it good enough for you?
Yes, Daddy. Better hurry up and shave, George. The family's going to be here soon.
Families? I don't want the families over here.
Daddy!
Susan, what's the matter with you?
She caught a cold, tried coming home from school. They gave her that flower for a prize, and she didn't want to crush it, so she didn't button her coat. Go to bed, darling.
I want to give my flower a drink. The petals keep falling off.
Well, what's the matter, Zuzu? You got a sore throat or what?
Just a cold. Mwah. The doctor said it's nothing to worry about.
Doctors? Wait, the doctors are over here?
Yes, I called him right away. He says it's nothing to worry about.
You got a temperature, little one?
I don't think so. Just a teensy one. 99.6. She'll be all right.
You better get back upstairs, Zuzu. Now these floors are cold.
My flower, she needs a drink.
Now!
I'll be up with a vase with water in a minute. Go on, Doctor.
You know, it's this old house. Yeah, I don't know how we don't all have pneumonia living in this crappy old barn. We might as well be living in a refrigerator. You know, why do we have to stick around this crummy old town anyway?
George, what's wrong?
Daddy, baseball present.
How should I know? Ask your mother.
Yes, this is Mrs. Bailey. Oh, Mrs. Welch, thank you. I'm sure she'll be all right. The doctor said she should be out of bed in time for her Christmas dinner.
Is that Zuzu's teacher? Here, let me speak to her. Hello? Hello, Mrs. Welch? Yes, it's George Bailey. I'm Zuzu's father. Say, what kind of teacher are you? I'll send her home like that half naked. Don't you realize she get with pneumonia on account of you? Say, this is the kind of thing we spend tax dollars for, to have silly, careless people like you who send their kids home with no clothes on. You know, maybe my kids aren't the best dressed, maybe they don't have any decent clothes. Oh, that's stupid.
Hello, Miss Welch. Hello. She's hung up.
Oh, hang her up. I'll get it. Hello? Who is this? Oh, Mr. Welch. Why, I'm so glad you called, Mr. Welch. Gives me a chance to tell you what I really think of your wife.
George?
What's that? Oh, you will, wait. I tell you what, Mr. Welch. Anytime you think you're man enough, you just come on down. Hello? Hello? I hung up.
Daddy, can I still holler you?
How should I know? What am I, some kind of dictionary? Katie, haven't you learned that silly tune yet? You keep playing it over and over. Now stop it! Stop it!
Come on. Let's go.
Listen, I'm in trouble, Mr. Potter. There's some sort of accident in my company short in their accounts. The bank examiner's over today. I need to raise $8,000 immediately.
Oh, that's what the reporters want to talk to you about.
The reporters?
Yes, they called over here from your building and loan. And from the DA's office there, too. They're looking for you, George.
Listen, Mr. Potter, can't you help me? Can't you help me, please? Don't you see what it means to my family? You know, I'll pay any sort of bonus you want on the loan, any interest. You know, if you still want the building loan, then
George, could there be possibly a discrepancy in the books?
Oh no, sir. There's nothing wrong with the books. I just misplaced $8,000.
You misplaced $8,000.
Yes, sir.
Have you notified the police?
Oh no, sir. And I didn't want the publicity with Harry's homecoming tomorrow.
Yeah, they'd go for that, George. George, what is it? You've been playing the markets with the company money?
No, sir. No, sir. I haven't.
Well, is it a woman then? You know, it's all over town. You've been giving money to Violet Peterson.
What?
Well, not that it means anything to me, George, but why are you coming to see me? Why don't you go see your buddy Sam Wainwright? Ask him for the money.
I can't get a hold of him. You know, he's in Europe.
Well, what about all your other friends?
I don't have that kind of money, Mr. Potter. Now, I didn't know you're the only one in town that can help me.
I see. Suddenly, I've become quite important. Well, George, what kind of securities would you have to offer? Any stocks? Any bonds? Any real estate collateral of any kind?
Oh, sir. I got to. I have a life insurance policy of $15,000.
What's your equity in it?
$500.
$500. Look at you. You used to be so cocky. You're going to go out and conquer the world. You once called me a walk frustrated old man. What are you but a walk frustrated young man? Miserable little clerk, crawling in here on your hands and knees, begging for help. No stocks, no bonds, no securities of any kind. Only a miserable little $500 equity in a life insurance policy, George. You are worth more dead than alive. Why don't you go to the riffraff you love and ask them for help? I'll tell you why you won't. They'll run you out of town on a rail. I'll tell you what I'm going to do for you, George. State Bank Examiner still in town as a shareholder of the building and loan. I am swearing out a warrant for your arrest. Misappropriation of funds, malfeasance, misconduct.
Oh, no.
You run. You can't hide in a town like this.
Oh, God. God, you gotta help me out here.
Very gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember, as I say,
Is that you? Come join us. Not tonight, Mr. Martini.
Wait a second, did you just call you George Bailey?
Yes, this is Mr. George Bailey, brother of the man that just won the Congressional Medal of Honor.
You get worse next time you talk to my wife that way! She cried for now and wouldn't even come out with us tonight!
That's enough, That's enough!
It's not enough that she slaves by teaching your stupid kids to read, then you gotta call and bawl her out!
Mr. Welch.
Ah, hell with it!
Come on, everybody. This is Christmas Eve. Shouldn't we be spreading good cheer?
Yeah, are we going to sing anymore? Of course we are.
God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember,
Okay, George? Yeah, sure.
You want me to take you home?
Just leave me alone, Ernie. I'm waiting for somebody. Run along with your friends.
You sure?
It's my life insurance policy.
What?
Just leave me alone, Ernie, please. Just leave me alone.
Are you sure you're going to be okay, George?
Sure, Ernie. Thank you.
No? Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Dear Father in heaven, if you can hear me, I'm not praying, man. You know, if you're up there and you can hear me, I'm at the end of my rope. God, please show me the way. I'm at the end of my rope.
That's right, kid.
You mean you heard my prayer from up there?
There isn't a dozen others. You'd be surprised how many people are concerned about you.
Yeah, until they realize I ruined their life.
You haven't ruined their lives, George. It's not even your fault.
I'm the president. Well, the company and I don't want to be held accountable. You know, ask Mr. Potter if you don't believe me. He'll tell you.
So you really think that killing yourself would make everyone feel happier?
I don't know. I suppose it would have been better if I'd never been born at all.
What did you say?
Yes. I wish I said I wish I'd never been born.
No, you mustn't talk like that. You must. Wait a minute. No, wait. Now that's an idea. That's an idea. What do you think? All right, fine. You've got your wish. You've never been born. Well, you don't have to make such a fuss about it.
Wait a minute. What did you say?
You've never been born. You don't exist. You haven't a care in the world. No worries, no obligations. No Potter chasing after you with the sheriff. No $8,000 to get.
Wait. Say something else in that ear.
Sure you can hear out of it.
Oh, I so doggone thing. You know, I haven't been able to hear out of the ear since I was a kid. Say, what's going on here?
we wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry
What, Dominic?
That's my name, and this is my voice. Don't want some?
Mr. Martini, don't you recognize me?
Dominic, he knows your name. Now we gotta sing.
Hey, where's your wife? Where's Miss Martini?
The whole at home. That's what makes it a Merry Christmas, right, fellas?
I don't know, but I just saw her and lots of other women and children too.
What? Where? You're not a snitch on us, are ya?
Wait a second, I remember you. You're the one that hit me just a minute ago.
It is? Did you hear that? I hit him already. Yeah, let me try again.
Come on. That sucker's worse shape than we are.
Oh, look out. Here comes the panhandler. He caught up with us again.
I need a dime.
Come on, let's get out of here.
Hey, Mr. Gower! Mr. Gower, it's me, George. Wait, don't you remember me?
No, I don't know you.
Come on, let's get out of here.
I want to hear him first. I promise I'll remember this time.
Now, Mr. Gower, now you own the corner drugstore. I used to work for you when I was a kid, you know. Don't you remember me?
No, I don't like you. That Roman spent 20 years in prison for poisoning a cat.
That's right. And if you know him, you must be in jail for it yourself. Come on, fellas, let's get out of here.
Wait for me.
Oh, no, wait, Mr. Gower, Mr. Martini.
You see, George? You weren't there to stop Gower from putting
What do
poison
you mean
in
I
you.
wasn't there? I remember distinctly. Now who are you?
I've been trying to tell you, George. I'm your guardian angel.
I don't get it.
It's what you asked for. It's what you wanted. Don't you see, George? It's all because you weren't born.
I wasn't born? What do you mean I wasn't born? My name is George Bailey.
There is no George Bailey. You have no cards, no papers, no insurance papers. You won't find any public record of it. Besides, this isn't even Bedford Falls anymore. It's Pottersville. They're not there either.
What?
Christmas petals. You see, George, you've been given a great gift. To see what the world would be like without you.
Violet!
That's what they call me.
Oh, I'm glad to see you.
Well, I'm glad to see you too, good looking. You new in town? Who gave you my name?
Oh, no, I'm George.
Of course you are. And if anyone asks me, I've never seen or even heard of you before.
Oh, no, but you have. I'm George Bailey. We grew up together.
I don't think so, good looking. But I sure wish we had.
Now, Violet, you have to remember.
I've got all night. You can tell me all about it.
Your name is Violet Peterson. Now you were born in 1910. No, wait a minute, 1911, and you graduated right here from the local high school.
Hey, just wait a minute. What are you? You some sort of private eye? I should have known. You guys ever given a rest Christmas Eve, for God's sakes?
Now, wait a minute, you don't understand.
Yes, I do understand. Well, see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. That's my motto. Why don't you just give it a rest and get out of here?
Violet,
I'll make a telephone call, George. Whatever your name is. I don't think you'd like it if I did that. Merry Christmas.
boarding house. What's going on here?
Well, what do you want? If you're looking for a room, I got no vacancy.
Oh, please. Please let me in. I'm lost. I need to sort things out, please.
I told you I got no vacancy. Besides, I don't take in strangers unless they've been recommended by somebody. Why don't you try over on Maple Street, 163 Maple.
I know your brother-in-law, Uncle Billy.
How do you know him?
I've seen him around.
When'd you see him around?
Today, over at his house.
Oh, that's a lie. He's been in the state asylum for over 5 years, ever since he lost the business.
Harry, your son
fell through the ice and drowned at the age of 9.
No, he's alive. He went to war. He got the Congressional Medal of Honor.
I'm going to call the police.
No, he's coming on tomorrow. Please, don't. You can't. Follow me.
Strange, isn't it? Each man's life touches so many other lives that when he's not there, he leaves an awfully big hole.
Saved the lives of every man on that transport. It was in all the headlines of all the papers, and
Every man on that transport died. Harry wasn't there to save them because you weren't there to save Harry. Don't you see, George? You really had a wonderful life. Don't you see what a mistake it would be to throw it all away?
Clarence,
Yes, George?
where's Mary?
I don't think.
No, she is. Please tell me.
But you're not. You're like,
Where's she at, Clarence? Is she alive?
Yes, she's alive and she never married, but something happened. She changed.
Mary!
Who are you? What do you want?
Please, it's me, George Bailey.
Get away from me or I'll scream.
Mary, what happened to us?
Get away from me. I don't know what you're
Mary, you have to recognize me.
Let me go.
Mary! Mary! Clarence! Clarence, please give me back, Clarence! No, I don't care what happens to me, just give me back to my wife and my kids. I want to live again. I want to live again.
George, what's the matter? You all right?
Get back from me, I didn't do anything to her, honest.
What's wrong? What's Samuel yelling for, George?
But George, wait, Bert, you know me?
Well, no, yeah. I've been looking all over town trying to find you. And half the town's been out looking for you.
Mary! Mary!
Yeah, Mary called, and so did your Uncle Billy, and Mr. Martini, even George, what's going on?
Oh, what's going on? What's going on, Bert? Look around you, Bert! Oh, it's breathing, it's moving, it's alive! Merry Christmas, Bert! Merry Christmas!
Maybe I better take you home.
Oh, no, Bert! I am fine! Honestly, I am fine! Mary! Oh, hello, bank examiner!
Mr. Bailey, we have a deficit we must talk about.
Oh, I know, isn't it wonderful? Merry Christmas! Mary! Mary! Oh, look at this wonderful, drafty old house. Have you seen my wife? Oh, kids, you wonderful, wonderful kids. Oh, I can eat y'all. Hey, where's your mother?
She's out looking for you with Uncle Billy.
George, where have you been?
Oh, hallelujah. Oh, Mary. Oh, you're real. Let me touch you. Oh, you'll never guess what happened to me.
You'll never guess what happened to me. Come here. You stand here and don't move. I can hear them coming, George. It's a miracle. Come on in, Uncle Billy. Bert.
George, you're not going to believe it. Mary did it. She told a few people you were in trouble, and then went all over town collecting money. They said if George Bailey's in trouble, you can count on us. You've never seen anything like it.
Is this George from around the bank?
George, I made the rounds of all the charge accounts, and it's all for you.
Very good, gal. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I want to have a hope it can work for you, George.
Oh, geez.
Glad to do it, George. Any time for you, Mr. Bailey. George, I've changed my mind. I'm not going to go.
Hey, everybody listen to this. It's from London. Mr. Gower cables you need cash. Stop. My office is instructed to advance you up to $25,000. Stop. Hee-haw, Merry Christmas. Say away, bye.
Dear George, remember, no man is a failure who has friends. Thanks for the wings. Love, Clarence. Oh, it's a Christmas present from a dear old friend of mine. Just like all of you. Merry Christmas, everybody! Merry Christmas, George!
Listen, Daddy.
What is it, darling?
Hear the bell? Teacher says, every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings.
That's right! Ah, that's right! Attaboy, Clarence! Attaboy!
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and years of old
ride and sing the sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one horse open sleigh. A day or two thought I'd take a ride. Soon Miss Fanny Bright was seated by my side. The horse was bleeding like misfortune seemed his own. He fell into a drifted bank and the horse he got a song. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride on horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one horse open sleigh. Now, these got me taken. Folks here, I think we got some Scrooges in here. 1, 2, 3. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. I can stand here a long time. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a